Hi, I'm Amy.
And I'm Maggie.
And we're here to bake Shakespeare a birthday cake. Luckily, he's not around, so other people get to eat it. We are going to use Grandma's chocolate cake recipe given to me by my Grammy Bennett. We've got all the ingredients assembled. Sugar, Crisco, we use the easy to measure stick kind, eggs, vanilla, flour, cocoa, baking soda, salt, and this recipe calls for buttermilk, but we use dried buttermilk powder because we just don't use buttermilk enough to make it worth keeping it around. This recipe also calls for boiling water, so you'll see a little bit later how we add that to the end of the recipe. All right, come back in a minute and we'll mix all this up. It's time to bake Grammy's chocolate cake. We start with the dry ingredients. Looks like it might be just about perfect. It's pretty perfect to me. Never measure your salt over your bowl for just that reason. Okay. Some recipes tell you to add the eggs one at a time to build structure. This one is a more laid back recipe. Now we pour the cake batter into the prepared pans. It's at 350 degrees. We're putting them on the middle rack and making sure that the pans don't touch each other or the side of the oven. Welcome back. Now it's time to make the frosting. We like the cream cheese frosting in the Better Homes and Gardens new cookbook, otherwise known as the Red and White Checker Cookbook. All right, we've got the butter and the cream cheese in there, and we're going to mix it up. The recipe technically only calls for 6 ounces of cream cheese, and the full bar is 8, but it doesn't hurt anything. Here comes the vanilla. We've already added 1 teaspoon, and here goes the other. We've scraped down the bowl. Now we're going to add the powdered sugar in a couple of different batches. The recipe calls for 4.5 cups of powdered sugar, but we like it a little less sweet. So we've leveled our cake, and now we're adding the frosting for the middle. We have chosen just to use the cream cheese frosting for the whole thing, rather than put a fruit filling or something in the middle. We are going the simple route. If we are doing a fancy cake, we would do a crumb coat and then the icing. But this is an everyday birthday cake. We're going to decorate with sprinkles in a festive fashion without making it too fussy or fancy. And here is the finished birthday cake for Shakespeare. Happy birthday, Shakespeare!